Before I start, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I promise this story will keep you on the edge of your seat. And after listening, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Would you have reacted the same way I did? It all began with a text that didn't feel like her. A simple line: "I need some time. Don't try to find me." No explanation, no warning, nothing. I stare at the screen, my coffee turning cold in my hand, heart thumping like I'd just been punched. She wasn't supposed to leave. Ever. Not like this. At first, I told myself it was just stress. She had been busy with work, juggling deadlines in our home life. Maybe she needed a break. But as hours turned into a full day, panic crept in. Her side of the bed stayed untouched. Her favorite mug sat on the counter, half filled with yesterday's coffee. My stomach knotted tighter with every unanswered call. By the second day, my mind started playing tricks on me. Did I say something wrong? Had I upset her without realizing it? I scrolled through our old messages, rereading our plans, our jokes, our quiet confessions at 2 a.m., and I started noticing things I'd never paid attention before, small, almost invisible signs. A receipt for a coffee shop I didn't recognize, a strange notification from her email, the faint scent of perfume lingering in the living room, a perfume I didn't recognize. I tried to tell myself I was overreacting, but the emptiness in the apartment felt like an accusation. By day 3, I was practically living off adrenaline, walking her favorite trails, checking every place she might be, rehearsing what I'd say if I ran into her. But it was as if she'd vanished from the earth. Then came the messages. Short, cryptic. "I'll explain soon. You'll understand." And one that burned my chest like acid. "This is to teach you a lesson." My fingers hovered over the phone, trembling. Teach me a lesson? What had I done? I racked my brain, but I couldn't find a single thing. And slowly, suspicion turned to fear, fear of betrayal. I started noticing little cracks in the image of our life together. Moments I had cherished suddenly felt like lies. The way she smiled at her phone sometimes, disappearing behind her screen. The weekend she worked late at the office and came home flushed, but didn't smell like work. Every shared memory suddenly felt fragile, like glass teetering on the edge of a table. By day 5, I couldn't hold it anymore. I traced her location through an app she'd forgotten to disable, and my stomach sank when I saw where she was. A small cafe downtown. Alone, or so it seemed. I sat in the corner, pretending to sip my coffee, watching her laugh at her phone. And then I saw him, another man, the one she had been hiding from me. I felt my world collapse in slow motion. My mind screamed at me to storm and yell, demand answers, but part of me just froze. I watched as she typed, her face lit by the glow of the screen, utterly unaware of my presence. All the explanations, the apologies, the reassurances, I wanted them, but I knew she had crossed a line I couldn't ignore. And then the turning point came. I didn't confront her right there. I walked home, my chest heavy, heart aching, and I did the one thing that flipped the power entirely. I started writing. Every emotion, every betrayal, every small memory that now stung, I poured onto paper, not to punish her, but to reclaim myself, to reclaim my sense of control. When she returned a week later, expecting tears, apologies, and confusion, she found something else. Calm, composed. I wasn't a broken man anymore. I looked her in the eye and asked the questions I had rehearsed, each one measured, each one deliberate. She faltered, the guilt written all over her face. And when she tried to explain, to justify, I listened, but I no longer needed her approval or forgiveness. The hardest part wasn't anger. It was heartbreak. The realization that the person you trusted with your soul could vanish without a word. But the most powerful part? Knowing that I had not let the betrayal define me. I reclaimed my life, my dignity, and slowly my trust in myself. Now, I remember her not as the woman who vanished, but as a moment that forced me to see my own strength. The lesson she intended to teach me about attention, care, and vigilance was delivered, but not on her terms. I rewrote it on mine. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that heartbreak doesn't have to break you. You can grieve, feel betrayed, and still rise. And sometimes the quietest victories are the ones that mean the most. When you don't yell, don't plead, don't chase, but simply reclaim yourself. So, to everyone listening, cherish those you love. Yes, but never forget to hold on to yourself. Life will test you. People will vanish. But your power lies in how you rise after fall. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever had someone vanish from your life, even briefly, and how did you handle it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet.